baka pwedeng chief maging policy natin na kung yun lang ang available evidence, i-dismiss muna natin yung kaso and then we direct the police officer to gather more evidence.
Now, PD, based on the investigation, ilang putok bang
Your Honor, Mr. Chair, based on the CCTV, makikita po natin doon, sir, na isa lang po, sir, yung pumuputok.
So yung actual incident of the crime, may CCTV tayo.
Meron po, sir.
Isa lang pumuputok.
Isa lang po, sir.
Mga ilang putok ang ano yung short firearms?
Caliber 45, Your Honor,
45.
Mr. Chair. Five shots. Your
Five
Honor.
shots. So na-recover yung slugs.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, PD, anyway, nakita mo ba, Kap, yung yung CCTV na sinasabi ni PD? Wala. Nakita mo ba?
Nakita ko po yung CCTV noong yung nakamotor na tinuro nila.
Hindi, yung actual na putukan. Nakita mo ba? Wala.
Hindi po.
Hindi, okay.
Hindi po.
Anyway, PD, so dahil may CCTV, confirm nyo na isa lang pumutok.
And andun din po, sir, si Chairman Diala ng Arayat, sir. And he personally saw na yung back ride, sir, siya yung pumuputok. Allegedly, sabi po ni Chairman Diala, sinisigawan pa po niya kasi medyo hindi pa po pumutok nung una pangalawa yung barrel po. According to Chairman Diala, sinisigawan pa niya si Councilor Hipolito but hindi po narinig. Consider na medyo maedad na po.
So nag-jump?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. Sir.
Anyway, so PD, based on the CCTV and the statement by the witness, malinaw po na si Kapitan is not the target. Is not one of the target.
Yes,
it's only
Your Honor,
Hipolito.
yes,
so collateral lang siya. Malinaw
yes,
yon.
Based dun, sir, sa na-arresto natin na suspect, sinasabi din po niya na target po nila is si Hipolito lang. Your Honor, Mr.
Si Hipolito lang.
Yes, sir.
Okay. PD, based on your, of course, naging biktima si Cap, pero based on your background investigation with Barangay Captain Trinidad, malinaw po na si Barangay Captain Trinidad, OFW, then sa 2021 lang siya bumalik. Kasi yun ang claim niya
COP. Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So establish rin that he is not part of the original HMB
Yes,
at saka
Your Honor,
yung
Mr. Chair.
pagate. Wala siya.
Wala, sir.
Okay. Sige, thank you, Cap, ha? Thank you, Cap. Thank you,
Yes,
Your
sir.
Honor.
Mr. Chair.
Thank you po.
Thank you.
Okay, before I recognize Congressman Acop, the chair would like to acknowledge the presence of Mayor Garbo of Balacat, Pampanga. Sir,
Yes,
you are recognized.
Mr. Chairman, thank you po.
You are acknowledged.
I'm very, very sorry po.
No problem. Okay, thank you for coming over. Okay. Sige,
Chairman. Kay Mayor muna kasi dumating siya. Ako kanina
will you yield? Chairman,
Isa lang naman ang tanong
Chairman
ko.
Acop, go ahead.
for Mayor Garbala kasi Garbo lang kasi dumating na siya.
Andali. Isa lang ang tanong ko doon.
Sige, Congressman Acop, please.
Pili, sabi mo may
Yes.
naresto na kayo, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
And it is positive na siya
Yes, Your
ang
Honor.
bumaril
Si-
kay...
Your Honor, Mr. Chair. He is the driver of the motorcycle.
So, hindi siya yung gunman.
No, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
And you arrested the guy because of illegal possession of firearm.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
1005,
RA
10591.
591.
Yes. So, hindi siya yung gunman.
Yes, Your Honor,
Now,
Mr. Chair.
In your interrogation of the arrested person, itinuro na ba niya yung tao? Yung bumabaril. Kasi sabi mo,
Yes,
yun
Your
ang
Honor.
driver.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. Meron na po tayo and I will going to discuss
Identified
it.
na.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
And hanggang ngayon, hindi nyo pa nahuhuli.
We are just waiting for the issuance of warrant of arrest, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, a case has been filed already.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Sa anong
Already,
korte?
Sir,
Sa anong korte?
prosecutor's officer.
Prosecutor, tama. Kasi
Well, we have invited also
preliminary investigation
Yes, sir.
ang mangyayari
for the
dahil
information of
yung lapse
Chairman
of time na eh.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
Sige.
For
Thank
the-
you, Mr. Chair,
Yes,
for the
for the information of the body, we have invited the prosecutor Lamberto A. Gonzalez Jr. at yung assistant provincial prosecutor also. They are here, no? If you want to ask questions. Chairman Paduano. Ay, before you proceed, ito natatanong ko. Nagbase ba kayo doon sa suspect that you have submitted to us? Yung babae? PD, yung pong report po ninyo dito, yung witness po ninyo, yung babae, yung nag-identified nung bumaril doon sa, sa victim natin, kay Hipolito. Yung witness po ninyo na, kasi nandito sa report nyo eh. Yung witness doon sa kila Hipolito. Kay SB member.
IOC.
Hindi, kay Hipolito.
Kay Hipolito.
I just want to be clarified, para at least hindi ako nalito. Parang medyo nalito ako dun sa sagot ninyo eh.
Sir, we have 5 witnesses, sir.
Meron kayo 5 witnesses.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr.
Ilan ang babae doon sa witnesses? Hindi ko kasi masabi yung yung pangalan nila eh. 2 babae.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 na babae, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
4 na babae.
2 lalaki, Your Honor.
Ang mga nag-witness doon sa doon sa sa suspect.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, yeah, okay, tama. Okay, thank you Chairman Paduano.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman. Bago ko lang puntahan si Mayor. Mayor, thank you for coming. Anyway, Chairman, balikan ko si Mayor mamaya. PD, so dahil may nahuli na kayo and he admitted that he was involved in the killing of Councilor Hipolito. Initially, ano ba yung sinabi niyang established na na motibo?
Initially, Your Honor, Mr. Chair, siya po at yung gunman is kumuha rin lang po, sir, ng order doon pa po sa pinaka-leader ng grupo nila, Your Honor, Mr. Chair. And if we have arrested the leader of the group, sir, doon po natin, sir, may establish yung totoong...
Yung leader na you're talking about, that leader that you're talking about is the third man.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr.
The third man.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, na of course wala pang warrant at large pa.
Yes,
No.
Your Honor.
So they were ang statement ngayon ng isa na nasa possession ng police is that they were just hired
Yes, Your Honor.
by the third man.
Leader, yes. Your
Okay.
Honor, Mr.
So hindi nila alam yung motibo talaga.
Hindi po sinabi sa kanila, Mr.
So may background, may holdings din kayo sa dalawa.
Meron din po, Your Honor, Mr. Chair.
So hindi ba sila involved doon sa allegedly, as you allege, gun for hire na group? Hipolito group naman.
Hindi pa natin ma-establish, Your Honor, Mr.
Pero taga saan sila? Taga Pampanga din?
Hindi po taga Region 3, Your Honor, Mr.
Hindi taga Region 3, hindi taga
Yes.
Pampanga.
Meron pong taga Pangasinan, meron pong
Okay.
taga
Anyway,
Batangas,
kindly
and
check
meron
na lang
po
po
sa
para
Buanga.
mas ma-establish natin ang motive talaga, di ba?
Yes po.
Kasi pwede naman na ma-check nyo naman yan, di ba? Pati yung third man kayo, may pangalan na kayo, ma-check nyo yung may holdings, sigurado may holdings kayo. Is he really an original member of the group, of the HMB or RGA, whatever?
Yes, sir.
Diba?
Sabihin ko po sa inyo, sir, during executive
Okay,
session.
anyway.
Sir.
Thank you, PD. Mayor, thank you for coming. Naghabol ka talaga. And then, Mayor, protocol lang yun, procedure lang, because we want to make everybody to be fair.
Thank
No?
you po. Opo.
Because most of the invited resource persons take their time to attend now, and supposedly, just heads up lang, Mayor, supposedly in the next hearing or previous hearing, or next hearing, whatever committee will be invited, if ever he will not be present, please submit to the committee yung excuse letter niyo po.
Yes pa.
Thank you.
Thank
now,
you po,
with
sir.
that, Mr. Chairman, because the presence now of Mayor Garbo is now in the committee, may I respectfully move to withdraw my motion with regards to an issuance of CO cost order for Mayor Garbo. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, there's a motion to withdraw the order a while ago to issue a show cause order to Mayor Garbo of Mabalacat. Any second the motion since he's here already? Second the motion. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. Okay, punta muna tayo sa prosecutor para ma-excuse na po natin sila. Siguro, Provincial Prosecutor of Pampanga, si Mr. Lamberto A. Gonzales Jr. Siguro update na lang po dun sa mga cases that was mentioned by SDS Gonzales. Can you kindly give us an update on all those cases?
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, Your Honors. I prepared the preliminary statement and summary of events leading to the invitation being sent to this representation, if I may, Your Honors.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Thank you po. Go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Last week, I received a text message from Judge Brionel Dunuan, and she requested for a meeting with me. And in fact, we had a meeting last Monday around 10:30 p.m. She went to my office. And during our meeting, we both agreed that the probability why she received an invitation from this honorable committee was due to a resolution that she issued 2 years ago involving the case for murder entitled Police Officer Cesar Dalay versus the suspect Rene De Juan alias Jason Alvarez. And she informed me that she will be writing to the honorable chairperson that since she's no longer a prosecutor, she's now a judge, that if there are any concerns regarding her previous work as a prosecutor and regarding including this resolution, that any communication be sent to this representation. And in fact, I received an invitation from the Honorable Chairman. That's why I'm present today together with my fellow prosecutors, Prosecutor Calliope de Guzman and Prosecutor Rodave Rueda. So I'll start first with the case for murder entitled Police Officer Cesar Dalay versus Rene De Juan alias Jason Alvarez, which involves the murder of Kapitan Alvin C. Mendoza. I believe this was among the unresolved killings that was mentioned by the Honorable Senior Deputy Speaker Aurelio Dong Gonzales Jr. in his privileged speech. So I would like to give a short background leading to the recommendation of Judge Dunuan, formerly a prosecutor, her recommendation to dismiss this murder complaint. Police Officer Dalay was able to present a witness. His name is Jimmy Velasco. And according to his statement, his employment or job is delivery man for canned goods. And the incident happened last April 30, 2022. And around 6 o'clock in the morning, according to this witness, Jimmy Velasco, he was having breakfast at sa isang gotohan located at Barangay Alasas, San Fernando, Pampanga. And according to him, while he was having breakfast, he saw a man walking from the gotohan to a nearby store, and who later on wore his helmet and boarded his motorcycle, and another man boarded the motorcycle, and then they left. And according to this witness, after having breakfast, he delivered the canned goods. And after delivering the canned goods, nag-check daw siya ng Facebook niya. And when he checked the Facebook, nakita niya yung video footage ng pagbarel kay Kapitan Mendoza. And in the same Facebook post, nakita daw niya yung mga photographs ng suspect, yung mga suspects that were posted by the Pampanga Provincial Police Office. So based on that, sinabi niya na mukhang itong isang suspect na pinost sa Facebook ng PPPO, mukhang ito yung nakita ko na nakatayo dun sa gotohan nung nagbe-breakfast ako. So basically, yun yung statement niya na sinasabi niya na in-identify niya yung suspect through the photos posted dun sa Facebook. So ngayon, nung nire-resolve na ni Judge Dunuan yung kaso na to, although that time hindi pa siya judge, as prosecutor, pinuntahan niya ako. Tapos sabi niya, Chief, may problema tong case na to kasi lumalabas na parang na-lead itong witness na ito yung suspect. And in fact, in the case of People versus Nunez, the Supreme Court ruled na, and I quote, such manner of identification cannot pass the rules of out-of-court identification of photographs as laid down in the said decision of entitled People versus Nunez. Sabi ni Judge Dunuan, formerly prosecutor chief, kasi mukhang nalilid siya, and according to the Supreme Court, that is considered as suggestive identification, which is not reliable and could result, and usually it results to the acquittal. And also during that time, this was 2 years ago, nagkakaroon naman po kami ng regular quarterly meetings, kami pong mga prosecutors. Tapos we discuss yung mga concerns or if there are any problems sa office namin. Kasama po dun sa concern namin, yung mga tinatawag nga na suggestive identification. May isa kaming assistant prosecutor during that quarterly meeting, sinabi din sa akin na, Chief, one time nakausap ko yung judge ko sa RTC and napag-usapan namin yung academic discussion lang regarding suggestive identification, and sinabi po sa akin ni judge na kung ganyan yung identification ng witness, malaki yung probability na i-acquit daw ng judge yung accused. Kaya sabi nung assistant prosecutor, baka pwedeng chief maging policy natin na kung yun lang ang available evidence, i-dismiss muna natin yung kaso and then we direct the police officer to gather more evidence. So yun nga po nangyari, citing these People versus Nunez, plus the fact na nahihirapan po kaming makakuha ng conviction kung nagiging basis ng acquittal ng accused, yung People versus Nunez regarding suggestive identification. So nangyari nga po, dinismiss, nag-recommend si Prosecutor Dunuan sa akin sa resolution niya, inapprove ko naman. And then, according to her, in-inform naman niya si Police Officer Dalay na mag-gather pa ng additional evidence other than itong witness na to para mas malakas yung masigurado tayo na pag na-file sa husgado, makakakuha tayo ng conviction. And then just recently po, there's a positive development. Nag-refile na po si Police Officer Dalay, if I'm not mistaken, Wednesday last week, more or less. Nag-refile and nakakuha na siya ng another witness, which when we reviewed the records, would show na yung identification po niya nung suspect respondent, hindi na po siya considered as suggestive identification. So we do believe that we have stronger evidence right now, but nonetheless, so as not to prejudge the resolution of the case, kasi po, newly refiled to afford the suspect, respondent, his right to due process. Nakaschedule na po kaming magsubpoena kasi kaka-refile lang po. And bibigyan naman po namin ng pagkakataon na sumagot, mag-submit ng counter affidavit itong suspect, respondent. And after pong magkasagutan at ma-resolve namin, assuming po na may file na po sa husgado, we believe na we have stronger evidence right now. So ngayon po, kung titingnan, it would appear that there's a bit of a problem involving the law enforcers and the prosecution. Kasi ang nangyari po minsan, I'm not saying na nagtampo si Police Officer Dalay, pero may iba po na I'm not saying na siya, na minsan nagsasabi, nagtatampo kami kila Piskal kasi nag-file kami ng criminal complaint, either murder or whatever, tapos na-dismiss. So minsan may nagtatampo po, tapos parang feeling nila, nahirapan sila kasi we have to admit, bihira naman po sa mga police officers ang lawyers. Majority po, hindi. Ito pong problema na to, nasagot po to ng aming boss, the Honorable Secretary of Justice Jesus Crispin Remulla. On March 31, 2023, nag-issue po siya ng Department Circular number 20 entitled Proactive Policy on Proactive Involvement of Prosecutors in Case Build-up. Napakaganda po ng Department Circular number 20 na to. Kasi po, nung na-file 2 years ago tong complaint na to for murder, wala pa po tong DC-20 na to. So ngayon po, dahil na-issue siya last March 2023, masosolve na po sa aming palagay ang problema na minsan nasasabi kulang po ng coordination or cooperation between the law enforcement and the prosecution. Kasi po, nakalagay dito sa Department Circular number 20 na kami pong mga head of office, required po kami na mag-ensure na may naka-duty every day na tinatawag po na assisting or evaluating prosecutor. Ang mangyari po niyan, pag may nag-file ng murder case or yung mga heinous crimes, capital offenses, hindi na po nangyari no na nag-preliminary investigation pa, tapos dinismiss ni fiscal, hindi na po mangyari yun. Kasi under this DC-20, required na po yung prosecutor na hindi i-dismiss yung complaint. Kung sa palagay po ng assisting evaluating prosecutor under DC-20 na insufficient or not strong enough yung evidence, more particularly involving capital offenses or heinous crimes, ang duty ng prosecutor na to ay tulungan yung police officer or any law enforcement agency involved. Sasabihin niya under DC-20, ito, kulang yung mga ebidensya, mahina pa to, baka matalo tayo kung ma-file sa husgado to, kailangan masiguro natin na makakuha tayo ng conviction. Ito yung mga kulang na ebidensya. I-enumerate niya yon, mag-schedule si fiscal, si prosecutor, sabihin niya, bumalik ka, Mr. Police Officer, or kung marami sila, bumalik kayo sa ganitong araw at oras sa opisina ko. Meron po kaming conference room sa Office of the Provincial Prosecutor of Pampanga. Babalik ngayon yung arresting or police officer, tapos babalik siya, sabi niya, Fiscal, Mr. Prosecutor, nakakuha na po ako ng additional evidence. Pag sinabi ni Mr. Prosecutor na medyo kulang pa, dagdagan mo, mag-i-schedule uli. Pag sinabi na, yan, okay, kumpleto, malakas na, under DC-20, i-recommend na ni assisting evaluating prosecutor sa chief prosecutor, bali sa Pampanga, ako po yon, i-recommend sa akin na chief provincial prosecutor. Sa palagay ko po, malakas na yung kaso, kumpleto na, ipadakit na po natin.
Fiscal.